16 psi is where we're going to stop. So we're going to check the pressure using both. And this shows 15. And this shows 16. So we're gonna set these valves. So I'm gonna loosen it, so counterclockwise, until I hear air escaping. There it is. Then a quarter turn back and lock it. And before buttoning up the video and airing everything back up, we're going to go ahead and check it on a separate tire. So these have been set for 16 pounds for PSI, and we're going to do it on this wheel. Let's check the pressure before we start. So we're starting at 31 PSI. Barely hear the air escaping over the sound of nature right now. And at this point I would remove this valve and just use the pressure gauge to get it down to exactly 16 psi if it's that important. So we're at 17.7, so we probably could have left it on a minute or two longer. (16 psi). And just to verify, we'll put the deflator back on. We'll see if we're getting any sound at all at this point, or any air escaping. Nothing. So now we're going to air up to 35 psi. I have a Viair 400p. The valve on. And if you look at the air gauge, it shows right between 15 and 17 psi on this gauge. On these units, you don't get an accurate air reading while the compressor is running, so you'll have to turn it on and off just to verify if you want to use this. But we're going to let it run and see how long it takes. 9:03 a.m. This gauge says we're at 40 psi. Let's see. We're at 38.9 on here, so it's close. And that was fast. We started at 9:03. And it is 9:06. I'm not sure if you can see that. Or maybe you can on my watch. 9:06. Alright, before putting this away, I have a tip that may work for you. It's worked well for me. After you have the unit set, drop a dab or two of blue Loctite, not red, not the green stuff, not purple, blue Loctite. That allows you to go in and make adjustments later after the fact if you need to, or if these eventually become out of spec or the PSI changes, you can still make the adjustment even using the blue Loctite. But the blue Loctite I've noticed has allowed me to set these and basically forget them for a while. I'll get 5 or 6 uses before I'll have to revisit, you know, recalibrating them or resetting them to the desired PSI. And even then, we're only off 1/8 of a turn or so to get it right back to where I want it to be. And when you buy your kit, if it comes with a hard case, if it comes with a soft case, like this one comes with both a hard and a soft case, I recommend using them. You want to prevent these from bouncing around unnecessarily. I mean, we go off-roading. That's what this tool is for. So if your kit comes with a soft case as well as a hard case, like this one comes with both, I recommend you use them. Or at the very least, when you're storing your units, store them in the way that they're not bumping and bouncing around, hitting one another, and, you know, adjusting themselves. There are a few things in this case that did not come with this unit. These attachments here came with my 400p compressor, but I also have a valve removal tool, a lot of spare caps. This kit came with aluminum caps, so those are what's installed on the truck now. And it also came with the pressure gauge, which is fairly accurate, as hopefully I've demonstrated in this video. But to keep everything together, just keep it in this case that this kit came in, and you should be good to go. And this case is actually a great case. It's has a rubber O-ring, so it's actually sealed. I'm not sure how waterproof it is or water resistant it is, but I'm sure to get the job done, keeping everything away from the elements as much as possible. Now, unless you're throwing this in lakes or rivers or in the ocean, I don't foresee there any damage or anything, or this being exposed to anything unnecessary. This I can store in here with my compressor if I wanted to, but I keep it separate. What is the use for this kit? When you go off-roading, you want lower PSI. That way you get better traction, more of a footprint without hitting the trails and hitting rough terrain. So what this allows you to do is to air down your tires without having to do it one tire at a time. Put the valves on and just wait for them to stop making noise, and you're set and you're ready to go. At the end of the day, you air up the tires to hit the road again. Now, I have mine set at 16 PSI. Anywhere from 15 to 18 PSI is what I prefer. I thought 16 was a sweet spot. This is the cheaper kit that they have available on Amazon, and I wanted to see how well it works. So we're going to do some long-term testing to see how well it works. I also have the more expensive kit, and we're talking about a $50 difference in price. So we're going to do a side-by-side comparison to see whether or not one performs better than the other, or if the cheaper one can work as well as the more expensive one. And for those of you that are new to the channel, I have a main channel, which is youtube.com/Schwell11. So go and check that out. That channel is dedicated to firearms, which is my #1 passion. So, but this one is creeping up. This one might be taking over. Stay tuned. We have way more things coming. The wife and I made an investment last week, and this should mean more fun, more adventure, and more options. This is Schwell. I hope you're all out there having fun, being safe, and also being responsible, and I'll hit you with the 2 fingers. Later.